secretary of the board.
Nominate Chad Hall as secretary.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved.
Next, number 4, next we need to appoint our treasurer and deputy treasurer. So first being the treasurer, motion for, to appoint Derek Goose as treasurer.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
And I abstain from the vote on the position.
Melanie Mills motion and Chad Howell second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Motion approved.
And then same to appoint Amy Wozniak as deputy treasurer.
I'll make a motion to appoint Amy Wozniak as deputy treasurer.
I'll second it.
And I also abstain from the vote. Thank you. All opposed? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Sorry.
No worries.
Next on my list, I had listed board disclosures, which everyone has filled out. I am collecting those. Once you have those completed, and we will take care of filing those. Takes us to number 6, our library appointment for the La Crosse Public Library. We've had a request come in from that board.
The request came from Carla Wilson. Anita Adams has been a current lacrosse library board member, and she's appointee of the Tri-Township School Corporation currently. Her term is set to expire. Was set to expire?
2021.
It said 2021. Which,
I think we
but
didn't
that's
change
probably
that.
22, yeah. She's a member in good standing and has been an active participant in all library business and responsibilities to the community. The Library Board of Trustees would like to have her reappointed with approval of the board.
Make a motion to appoint Janetta Adams to the
I'll second it.
library.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved.
I have 3 personnel items for tonight. First being Brian McMahon as the 5th and 6th grade girls basketball coach.
I'll make a motion to approve Brian
second it.
McMahon.
Can we have further conversation before?
I would certainly be willing to field that.
I can't make this thing.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
Motion approved.
Then next.
Don't say that, then I have to type. Don't.
Aye.
Oh, thank you.
Next is Andrew McCormick as the boys middle school volleyball coach.
Motion to approve.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved.
And lastly, Will Pryor as the 7th and 8th grade girls basketball coach.
Motion to approve, Will.
I'll second it.
And all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved.
No business.
Are there any public comments this evening?
Yes, actually. I just want to express my disappointment to you guys of your changing of the meeting dates. I think you know, well, I know you know because I told you guys all already that the 4th Monday of the month is a LaPorte County Council meeting. As you're aware, I was elected to the county council. You regularly have 2 to 3 attendees at these meetings, myself and the Irwins. And I had the sneaking suspicion that it was moved on purpose to make it more difficult for me to attend. I was actually hoping to, when I watched the recording, because regardless, I plan to have someone here to record the meetings, we put them on YouTube. When I watched the recording, what I actually was hoping to see who voted for it. You guys never took a vote. Someone made a motion, someone seconded, there was never actually a vote on it. So I would hope that you guys would vote on it, so that way we know where you all stand.
I believe we did. come
We
back to
did
that.
vote on
We
that.
actually did vote at, towards the end. We actually missed at the beginning, but it was added.
I watched at the end too.
Yeah.
No vote.
It was in the minutes, I believe.
It's in the minutes, yeah, I read the minutes, but
But I believe, I do, there was something that we didn't see that we did add because I noticed that it wasn't on the agenda.
yep, I saw it when you guys got to the end of the meeting. Someone made a motion, and I think it was Mr. Shepherd brought it back up that it hadn't been voted on.
Correct.
Someone made a motion, someone seconded it, and then there was no vote on it. So I never got to see how you guys voted.
We'll just do it.
You
Just do it now.
Would you want to see about?
Sure. Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Well, I can't remember what meeting that was.
That was at the December 15th?
I think
December
I
something.
think it was the last meeting.
Are
I didn't
you
take
sure
those
they
minutes
didn't turn the tape off early?
Nope, I watched it. I watched the meeting adjourn and everything. I'm happy to send you guys the link if you'd like to review it yourselves.
Okay, no, thank you. Let's take a vote. Let's vote on the calendar date being the fourth Monday of each month in 2023. Do we need to have a read first and a second or is it just a?
Just go ahead, do you have a motion?
I'll make
Do
a
you
motion
do you
to
recall
approve
who
it
made the vote
on the
initially?
fourth
or-
Monday.
You want me to go get the
Yeah,
minutes?
just in case we have the
I
same.
didn't
do
type
we-
those this month.
or
Tricia did, I
actually,
can go grab them.
we need to make sure the same two people that
Okay.
acknowledge it, but then we need to make sure you.
Yeah, let's get it.
How they voted. Before she comes back, my personal opinion, why I made this suggestion is, I'm on the Scarecrow, I'm on the Lions Club, I'm on all the church committee and all those things, and I butted up, I mean, I missed more meetings last year than I ever have. And my personal calendar butted up more than it ever has, so I made this suggestion just because of my personal things that I'm involved in. I know other people have their own reasons, but for myself, I made the recommendation because I just couldn't keep up. I literally was having 3 meetings sometimes in the same week, and I couldn't get out of work in time for me to meet it, so I made this suggestion, hoping that it worked for others' schedule.
Mine was because our Mondays are better, and then you didn't like also that they were on whenever we had them.
South Central
So-
School Board's meetings, yep.
So I chose Monday because it's better for me for work. I mean, the rest of the week I'm busy.
Yeah, there are many Mondays and 4 Mondays in the month, there are many hours in the month, and you guys picked one specific time frame that you knew that there would never be a way for me to get out of, is how it feels to me.
Justin,
What time's
you
your
know
meeting?
what?
6
Don't
o'clock
flatter yourself
on the fourth
because
Monday of
you've
the month.
got somebody here to report it. I mean, do you have to be here?
Well, sure, I don't have to be here, although sometimes I like to be able to comment on things that you guys are doing.
I
I am a member of the
understand.
community too.
I understand you are, but I had to do it because personally, it's not about you at all.
I'm perfectly aware of that.
Well, the thing
It's
is, I mean,
about-
if you have a comment that you wanna make or whatever, you can call any of us, you can call Kelly, you know, I mean, it's not like you're not gonna be heard.
Sometimes there are things at your meetings where we find out about the agenda the day of, it gets presented at the meeting and approved in that same meeting.
Right. We don't know what to say because we don't know what you're gonna bring up.
Well, generally, the agenda is the agenda, I mean, there's been some changes at, the last minute, but usually it's personnel stuff.
Typically, yeah. I mean, there's been some changes that were personnel stuff, there's no question. I'm a busy man.
But, as far as I can't recall anything that hasn't been,
The only thing I can recall, and I'm going through last week, I know we voted, is the calendar.
We
The
got all
calendar, we
eyes.
changed a few things in the calendar.
I didn't.
The other thing that I find kind of odd is, the fire department, of which you have 2 members on your board, has their trainings on Monday at 6 o'clock and has for many, many years. 7 o'clock? All right,
It's at 7.
I thought it was at 6.
But that just goes to show you, it
Trainings are
was for
7,
our,
business meetings are 7.
Oh, business meetings, right?
It is still tough though. Mondays are always fire for me, but I guess it works for everybody else. I just got 2 on the 4th Monday.
So we've got, our minutes have a Chad Howell made a motion and a Darren Bruder second, so he can't help us tonight. And we have all ayes, but neither one of us typed these minutes, so if we could just vote as a group, I guess that's all we need to do.
are these on YouTube again?
Yeah, that one may not be live yet. I think it was still processing.
Okay.
I originally didn't vote. I or nay on last meeting.
Yeah, you were kind of torn, as I recall, on whether these Mondays would work for you very well or not.
Well, how did you vote nay if he said? a
I
vote
didn't say
take
either.
place?
I didn't say either. Aye or nay at the meeting last month.
I know, I'm just saying he said it, that nobody,
No, I
that
don't
there
know.
wasn't a
I'm
vote.
just, I didn't.
and I honestly don't remember.
I could have swore we did.
It happened pretty quick, like when you watch the recording, someone makes a motion, there's a second, and then someone makes a motion to adjourn and it kind of just ends then. It was rather abrupt.
I probably made the adjournment.
No,
No,
Darren
Darren
did.
Darren did,
Darren
because this
did.
last,
Everybody wanted to have one
Yes.
last speech.
I
remember that.
Motion to adjourn.
I don't think
But
it would be the first thing that we'd yada yada either.
Well, typically I don't vote unless there's a tiebreaker, so I of course have a vote, but I don't vote usually unless there's something, a mechanism. I never make the first motion because of my role or position, so I would anyway, but I just kind of stated my reason, like I said, between the township on the clerk's position and 3 other meetings. I'm trying to jockey things around as best I can. But we can definitely do have I guess the number of vote, we already made a approval, so we just, as tonight goes, how many approve of the decision that was made at the last board meeting, based upon the calendar change?
I approve.
I in a show of hands.
Yes, correct.
I approve.
Yay.
It's better for me.
Is that an abstention?
That's a nay for me, just because of fire
Okay.
department stuff.
1 nay, so 4 aye,
Aye.
1 nay for the recording.
And, yeah, we might want to just
I'll
jot
jot that.
that down, that way we can put it in the minutes.
So we've got that.
Thank you.
4,
You're welcome.
4 ayes, 1 nay, Mr. Rust. All right. And that's all the business I had for tonight. I'm gonna hand that back to you to file that.
Okay.
Thank you. So,
Was that it for public comment?
yeah, I guess, yeah, I didn't
Let's
jump
have
on
comments.
Motion to adjourn.
Do you have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next board meeting, January 23rd at 6 o'clock. Thank you.
Yeah.